Hello everyone, welcome to my channel SW Metro official channel.
Robyn Brown faced off against Kody Brown in a shocking courtroom showdown that left fans stunned. After years of emotional manipulation, financial disputes, and the crumbling of their plural marriage, Robyn finally stood her ground, delivering a brutal takedown of her once dominant husband. The final verdict? A devastating legal and personal defeat for Kody, cementing his downfall as the once self-proclaimed patriarch of the Brown family. For years, Robyn played the role of the obedient, loyal wife, often painted as Kody's favorite amidst the chaos of his fractured relationships with Mary, Janelle, and Christine. However, behind the scenes, tensions had been building, financial betrayals, favoritism accusations, and Kody's increasingly controlling behavior pushed Robyn to her breaking point. When the couple finally faced each other in court over asset division, child custody, and long-standing contractual disputes, Robyn unleashed a meticulously prepared case that dismantled Kody's arguments piece by piece. Eyewitnesses described the scene as explosive. Robyn, once perceived as meek and submissive, delivered cold, calculated testimony, revealing shocking details about Kody's financial mismanagement, emotional abuse, and broken promises. She presented text messages, emails, and even recorded conversations proving that Kody had secretly siphoned family funds for personal ventures while leaving Robyn and her children in precarious financial positions. Her legal team painted Kody as a manipulative figure who used his authority to control the family's finances while neglecting his responsibilities. Kody, known for his explosive temper and ego, struggled to maintain composure. His attempts to deflect blame onto his ex-wives, particularly Christine, whom he has publicly vilified, backfired spectacularly when the judge admonished him for his lack of accountability. Robyn's attorneys further exposed inconsistencies in Kody's statements, highlighting his contradictory claims about assets, income, and parental involvement. The final verdict was a crushing blow to Kody. The court awarded Robyn a significant portion of their shared assets, including properties Kody had fought fiercely to retain. Additionally, the judge ruled in favor of Robyn's request for full custody of their minor children, citing Kody's unstable behavior and failure to provide a consistent, supportive environment. Perhaps most damning was the court's order for Kody to pay substantial spousal and child support, something he had long resisted, despite his lavish spending on himself. Fans of Sister Wives watched in awe as the man who once boasted about his leadership and control was publicly humiliated, his empire of manipulation crumbling in a single legal battle. Social media erupted with reactions, with many praising Robyn for finally standing up to Kody after years of perceived submission. Others speculated whether this marked the end of Sister Wives altogether, as the family's central conflict reached its dramatic conclusion. For Kody Brown, the verdict was more than just a legal loss, it was the final nail in the coffin of his crumbling ego. No longer the untouchable patriarch, he now faces financial ruin and the irreversible damage to his reputation. As for Robyn, her victory symbolizes a new beginning, free from the toxicity of Kody's rule. The courtroom showdown didn't just settle legal disputes, it exposed the truth behind the Brown family's dysfunction, leaving Kody with nothing but the consequences of his own actions. The long-awaited courtroom confrontation between Robyn Brown and Kody Brown has finally reached its explosive conclusion, leaving fans of Sister Wives stunned and speechless. After years of emotional turmoil, financial disputes, and public feuds, the once unbreakable polygamous family has crumbled under the weight of betrayal, resentment, and legal battles. In a dramatic turn of events, Robyn, often portrayed as Kody's favored wife, turned the tables on her estranged husband in a shocking courtroom showdown that exposed his manipulations, financial mismanagement, and emotional neglect. The final verdict not only dismantled Kody's control over the family's assets but also delivered a crushing blow to his ego, as Robyn emerged victorious, securing her independence and leaving him to face the consequences of his actions. For years, Robyn was perceived as Kody's most loyal supporter, standing by him as his other wives, Mary, Janelle, and Christine, slowly distanced themselves from the crumbling plural marriage. However, behind the scenes, tensions were brewing. Sources close to the family reveal that Robyn had grown increasingly frustrated with Kody's erratic behavior, his favoritism toward her at the expense of the other wives, and his failure to provide financial stability. While she once benefited from his attention, she soon realized that his controlling nature and poor decision-making were destroying the family's unity and security. The final straw came when Kody's mishandling of family funds left Robyn and her children in a precarious position, forcing her to take legal action to protect her future. The courtroom battle was nothing short of sensational. Robyn's legal team presented damning evidence of Kody's financial irresponsibility, including records of questionable business ventures, unpaid debts, and the unequal distribution of resources among the wives. Testimonies from former family members painted a picture of a man who prioritized his own ego over the well-being of his spouses, leaving them emotionally and financially stranded. Most shocking of all was Robyn's own testimony, where she tearfully recounted how Kody's broken promises and emotional manipulation had left her feeling trapped and disillusioned. "I believed in our family, but he used that loyalty against me," she declared, leaving the courtroom in stunned silence. Kody, known for his explosive temper and defensiveness, struggled to maintain his composure under cross-examination. His attempts to deflect blame onto his ex-wives backfired spectacularly, with the judge admonishing him for his lack of accountability. When confronted with evidence that he had siphoned family funds for personal use while neglecting the needs of his children, Kody's infamous temper flared, further damaging his credibility. Legal analysts noted that his erratic behavior in court only solidified Robyn's case, proving that his instability made him unfit to control shared assets. The final verdict was a resounding victory for Robyn. The court ruled in her favor, granting her full ownership of the Arizona home she shared with Kody, a significant portion of the family's remaining assets, and primary custody of their minor children. Additionally, Kody was ordered to pay substantial spousal and child support, a decision that left him visibly seething as the judge delivered the ruling. For Robyn, the verdict represented more than just financial security, it was a reclaiming of her autonomy after years of living under Kody's domineering rule. Fans of Sister Wives have been divided in their reactions. Some applaud Robyn for finally standing up to Kody, while others question her motives, accusing her of playing the long game to secure her own interests. Yet one thing is undeniable, this courtroom showdown has shattered the illusion of the Brown family's unity once and for all. Kody, once the self-proclaimed patriarch of a thriving plural marriage, now stands alone, his authority stripped away by the very woman he once considered his most devoted ally. As the dust settles, the future of Sister Wives remains uncertain. With Christine, Janelle, and Mary having already distanced themselves from Kody, and now Robyn cutting ties legally, the show's central dynamic has been irreversibly changed. Will Kody attempt to rebuild his life, or will this legal defeat mark the end of his polygamous journey? One thing is clear, Robyn's victory in court has not only rewritten the Brown family saga but has also delivered a powerful message about resilience, accountability, and the consequences of unchecked control. The once mighty Kody Brown has been dethroned, and Robyn's triumph ensures that she will never again be overshadowed by his ego. The final verdict is in, and it's a devastating blow to the man who thought he could rule his family without consequence. From the moment Robyn took the stand, it was evident that this was not the meek, tearful woman often portrayed on Sister Wives. Instead, she was composed, articulate, and armed with a mountain of evidence. She systematically dismantled Kody's claims, presenting text messages, financial records, and witness testimonies that contradicted his version of events. One of the most damning moments came when she revealed private conversations in which Kody had allegedly admitted to prioritizing his ego over the well-being of his family. She also exposed discrepancies in his financial dealings, particularly concerning the family's properties in Flagstaff, Arizona, suggesting that Kody had made reckless decisions that left some of his wives and children in precarious situations. Kody, known for his fiery temper and defensive demeanor, struggled to maintain his composure under cross-examination. His attempts to deflect blame onto his former wives, particularly Christine and Mary, only backfired, as Robyn's attorney highlighted how his inconsistent treatment of each wife had contributed to the family's breakdown. At one point, when pressed about the unequal distribution of resources and emotional attention among his spouses, Kody snapped, delivering an outburst that the judge later cited as evidence of his unreliability. His claims of being a victim of betrayal were met with skepticism, especially when Robyn's legal team played clips from Sister Wives in which Kody himself had openly disparaged his marriages. The final verdict was a resounding victory for Robyn. The court ruled in her favor on multiple fronts, including financial compensation for assets she had contributed to the family, as well as a formal recognition of the emotional and psychological toll Kody's actions had taken on her and her children. Perhaps most significantly, the judge's decision included a scathing rebuke of Kody's leadership, stating that his self-serving decisions had directly led to the disintegration of the plural family structure he claimed to hold sacred. The ruling also addressed custody matters, ensuring that Robyn's children would not be subjected to Kody's erratic behavior without oversight. The fallout from the trial has been seismic. Fans of Sister Wives have flooded social media with reactions, many praising Robyn for finally holding Kody accountable. Meanwhile, Kody's reputation lies in tatters, with former supporters questioning his motives and integrity. Some speculate that this legal defeat may mark the end of his dominance over the Brown family narrative, as his other wives, Christine, Janelle, and Mary, have already distanced themselves from him. As for Robyn, her victory in court represents more than just a legal win. It symbolizes her reclaiming of power in a relationship where she was often perceived as the submissive follower.